Trouble is, if you get really, really wide teeth, and we're cutting sheet metal, you tend to jump between the teeth rather than cut.
Right. And that's when it shakes like...
Yeah, that's when it's going... That's the technical term.
Are you still recording?
I always record my... That sounds weird. This week's drill sees the culmination of the last several months of RTC training for our development firefighters, as they undertake and arrive to perform exercise. Working as two crews, they must extricate a live casualty from a vehicle.
It's going to be a single car RTC with a single casualty.
Wellesbourne's newly qualified acting up firefighters are the incident commanders, and they must lead their teams to resolve the scenario successfully.
The team approach with stabilisation and glass management, all that stuff that you've been practicing, that's what we're going to do tonight in real time.
Foxtrot 040 Papa 3, proceed to RTC persons tracked.
If all goes to plan, the crew should use the RTC team approach method, which guides firefighters through the 6 key phases of rescuing a casualty at a road traffic collision. Whilst driving to the incident, the officer in charge carries out an en route brief.
Ricky? Yep. Initially scene safety, once that's done.
Each crew member is assigned a critical role, so rescue activities can happen simultaneously from the moment the fire appliance arrives at the collision.
Attendance, RTC, Wellesbourne Fire Station, Oxford Road. First impression.
The first phase of the RTC team approach involves a situation assessment by the incident commander, whilst the collision scene is made safe so emergency service personnel can work. This normally involves closing the road and deploying a hose reel and dry powder extinguisher in case the vehicle catches fire. Phase 2 is to stabilise the vehicle to prevent further movement and gain initial access to the casualty for medical intervention. Firefighters will aim to stabilise each wheel to prevent the vehicle pitching and rolling on the suspension. A 5th stabilisation point is placed underneath the boot, as casualties are often brought out the rear of the vehicle on a board. Initial medical care for the casualty will be given by whichever emergency service arrives on scene first, before referring to and working with our friends in the ambulance service. With the arrival of the second crew, the incident commander tasks the removal of the driver's door as a plan B, in case the casualty's condition deteriorates and they need to be removed from the vehicle rapidly. Phase 3 is to manage the vehicle's glass and safety systems. The glass in the windows is broken or otherwise made safe to prevent it shattering in an uncontrolled manner around the casualty. Firefighters then remove the trim from the door posts to identify any hidden safety systems, such as hardened metal for impact protection or gas cylinders for airbag deployment. Firefighters can access system data for specific vehicles on the MDT. As sections of bodywork are removed, a unique salvage area is established for each vehicle involved in the collision. This allows firefighters to keep the work area clear of obstructions, whilst assisting our friends in the police should a subsequent investigation be necessary.
Right, crew, listen in! The plan, we're going for a full roof off, when pin reveal's done, doors and boot coming off, clearing the space ready for salvage.
Phase 4 is space creation. This involves a range of techniques to remove anything entrapping the casualty and allow better access for emergency responders. The position of the vehicle may dictate different space creation methods, as vehicles on their side or roof, or embedded in the surrounding environment, will present different access challenges. Phase 5 is full access, which organically follows the creation of space within the vehicle. Full access is creating an exit hole which fits the casualty, and which is sufficient for emergency responders to position and manoeuvre themselves for extrication. The chosen exit route is to bring the casualty out the rear of the vehicle on a board, which necessitates the removal of the roof and boot.
Back.
The door posts which attach the roof are cut methodically. Firefighters collaborate to operate tools, such as hydraulic cutters and reciprocating saws, and protect the casualty from debris with hard protection teardrops.
Okay. Okay. Get it! through, mate.
Pop through, yep. Ash, what have we got left?
With one last doorpost to cut, the crew prepare to lift the roof off the vehicle.
Support this way.
Right, everyone listening? B post on the last cut. Anybody not doing anything around the roof will brace the weight of it.
Typically, the roof would be carried forwards to avoid taking the windscreen over the casualty, but due to the proximity of the fence in this scenario, the incident commander has decided to remove it backwards.
Cutting! Impact!
Once full access has been achieved, attentions turn to Phase 6, Extrication. Special covers are placed over the sharp metal edges on the vehicle to protect emergency responders whilst they remove the casualty. As a final test for our firefighters, the incident commander is informed that the casualty's condition has deteriorated, requiring their immediate removal from the vehicle.
Listen up! Need him out now! Grab the F off, mate, you're pretty much qualified. Index! Index! Good job, guys!
Everyone fitting well, no injuries to report.
The crew have performed well, and a debrief is held to capture the learning points from the exercise.
You've got a really excellent command presence. Everyone responded. 35 minutes is not bad for your first shot, mate. That is, you should be really proud of it. Yeah. Best way to lead.
Get in there and get stuck in there.
Shot, mate. Well done. Very good.